Thank you for joining us for the Spanish Grand Prix here in Barcelona. The Circuit de Barcelona Catalunya is familiar to every driver, with F1 and Junior Series often racing and testing here. It's a proving ground for aerodynamics, so many new car parts are brought to Barcelona to see how they can handle the track. In the last round, we saw the perfect blending of strategy and performance lead to a well-earned win. But can they pull it off again here? Let's get this underway. One of the oldest races on the Formula One calendar. This is the Spanish Grand Prix. And it's lights out, and away we go.
Away we go for episode number 4. Carlos Sainz with, I believe, his second pole position of the season. Either way, we've already given up to Oscar Piastri, of course. So for Carlos, medium, medium hard. For George Russell, medium, medium hard. Although you can see that the pushing stints are different for the two of them. We'll at least hold on to P2. Annoying to give it up this early at the start, but it is what it is. So let's see what we can do here in Spain. First pit stop underway here for Carlos Sainz onto another set of medium compound rubber. We have the pushing stint out of the way. Now we go onto the conservative stint before going on to hards to finish this Grand Prix. Nice and clean first stint for Mr. Sainz, waiting on the first pit stop here for George Russell.
Sorry for the...
It's George's turn. Onto his own set of medium compound rubber. This will be the pushing stint for George. Wow. Well, new fastest pit stop at this career mode. We will cycle ourselves out in position number 10. No. Oh! Okay, well, he got the job done. That works.
Sargent in front.
He just drove off the track. Well, things are not going great at the moment. I think George Russell's about to overtake Carlos Sainz. At his home Grand Prix, he's about to lose. He's going to drop into low confidence here. Oh, my God.
Box at the end of this lap.
Wow, that was a rough stint for Carlos Sainz. Onto a set of hard compound rubber to the end of the race. We got held by the incoming Haas of Valtteri Bottas. That is just cherry on top. At least we were able to jump ahead of Liam Lawson, but that really, really sucks. So if Carlos Sainz rejoins this race in 13th, George Russell will be coming in at this time by as well. We very quickly put Carlos on full pushing to get those tires up to temp. In comes Mr. Russell, his own pit stop onto a set of hard compound rubber. Not the most amazing pit stop in the world, but no mistakes. We move out of the pit lane now, P8 and P12. We go to the end here.
We're currently P8.
Well, in comes Max to complete the cycle of pit stops. George Russell is going to cycle himself out in P5.
Max is pitching.
And Sainz is going to cycle himself out in P9. Well, P8 now, but from the pole?
They decide to give it a go.
Finally.
Now we're watching the action closely here. It's certainly inviting.
Come on, George. Pick a side. Pick a side. Put the fries in the bag. Where did we go wrong?
It's Oscar Piastri.
What an amazing finish to a thrilling race. It's a real testament to their skill and the team's engineering.
Red Bull got hands. They fought back as somebody just stole the fast lap. Charles Leclerc stole the fastest lap on the last lap down in P20. We come home P3 with George Russell, and I mean, we're going to barely come home P6 with Carlos Sainz from the pole. I don't know. Just not our day today. I think I messed up the strategy. Not good. We got within a second of Gasly at the end, but still not acceptable. Not acceptable.
A proud moment for a driver who fought so hard to earn their place up there.
After 7 podiums, it doesn't seem like it's getting old for them, but they've worked hard for it.
Here in Austria, we're all ready to go for the sprint. And it's lights out, and away we go.
Lights out and away we go indeed. Another shocking qualifying effort as a whole for Carlos Sainz down to P9. Meanwhile, George Russell, as I learned how to enunciate my words, forces off. I believe that's Gasly that's just been... Oh, my no. No. Carlos Sainz's race is over. Let's see what we can do here with George Russell. Wait, whoa, what happened to George?
Very heavy on the brakes. They were just unable to do much about it.
Well, another critical error there for Max Verstappen. Effectively takes himself out of the sprint race, battling with teammate Oscar Piastri. Yikes.
Now this was at turn 3.
Well, we already saw it the first time. Anyways, for ourselves, I mean, we've come back to P6. We're fighting with Albon and Stroll for P4. I somehow doubt we'll be able to go back into the top 3.
And there's contact with the barrier. Well, they may have been keen to leave their mark, but I think that was a little too literal. don't you?
Hilarious. Rousseau backs out of this race. VSC has been called. We're not pitting. It basically does nothing. Alex Albon is kind of cooking in this Alpine. I don't know how he's managed to pull this off. We're going to go ahead. Ooh, that was almost contact. I think there was actually a little bit of contact there as we track out on the tie driver. Up to P4 for George Russell, but still. Race of what could have been. Can we get it back? We can.
Oscar Piastri there with a stellar drive.
That was a fantastic effort. Really well done.
Well, we came back to get P3. Whoa, man. I can only imagine it'll go better in the future race.
The crowd are ready, the cars are ready. It's the Austrian Grand Prix. And it's lights out, and away we go.
Away we go indeed. It's a wet one. As you can see here, it's going to go intermediate to wet, and then you have to decide whether or not you go wets to the end and survive the intermediate period or go on to inters to finish. Oh my god, not again. Great. F.
A huge hole on the steering, nice speed.
All right, here's the switch onto a set of intermediate rubber for ourselves and everybody else in 2.4. Yikes. Oh, we're going to get held. Well, a little bit of a hold there for Carlos Sainz and George Russell onto a set of inters for him as well. And another hold. Oh, great. Well, anyways, we will cycle ourselves out in P6 and P10.
You are currently
Not bad.
P6.
Now we wait for the actual wet weather to get here.
Something broke.
Wow, what a run of form this guy has. Whether it will actually end his race or not, I am not sure. But Max Verstappen seemingly has a terminal mechanical fault. There he goes. He comes in to retire. Oh, bad year just keeps getting worse.
Retired.
It's wet. It's very wet. Onto a set of wets. Not bad. 2.3 seconds, not terrible pits up there for Carlos Sainz. Hopefully the same luck for George Russell. Okay. Great pit stop. Effectively 2.1 seconds. Not too bad. We will cycle out once again in P6. That's Papani. Okay, we're safe. P6 and P9. We move. Ah, Stroll still needed a pit. I'll be damned. Well, we'll get ahead of him with Sainz anyways.
There's the opening.
Oh, somebody went off, I think, somewhere. Out of the way, Lance. Well, we've certainly made up good time. George Russell has driven his way through that group of people and has moved himself up into P4, and we've got a decision to make. It looks pretty obvious. I'd imagine you'll be seeing us next time in the pit lane. Money stop here for both guys. Onto a set of intermediate rubber for both drivers. 2.2 seconds there for Carlos Sainz. For George Russell, 2.4. Just got to wait and see where we cycle out.
It's all going to be clear at pit out.
Why is nobody coming in? Surely they would have pitted by now. Uh-oh. That's not good.
11 laps to go.
Uh-oh. Well, at least we got back ahead of Stroll. So we're back to where we were, at least position-wise, before the pit stop. Piastri we're definitely not catching. I think we can still catch Gasly so long as the rain stays away. Puncture there for Esteban Ocon. We've moved now up ahead of Lance Stroll, thankfully, for P4. I wonder how many more... get out of the way, out of the way, out of the way. Thank you. I wonder how many more of these guys in front of us are going to start risking it.
And first place goes to Piastri.
I don't think anyone could be disappointed with a race like that. A consummate professional through and through.
Once again, Oscar Piastri reigns supreme in the Red Bull car at the Red Bull Ring. Gasly will hold on for P2. Unfortunately for ourselves, it just didn't quite get wet enough to where those wet tires would have fallen off a cliff. We ultimately come back for P3 with Carlos Sainz. Maybe if we left them on wets, maybe we could have gotten Gasly, maybe not. Not the end of the world. Still P3 and P4 with Verstappen's retirement. We ultimately limit the bleeding that we would have had to Red Bull.
Thank you, guys.
So many missed opportunities.
And Carlos Sainz heading up to the podium now. The Spaniard adding another to his record.
A 5th podium of the season for them, with a beautiful trophy too.
Hold on tight. It's the British Grand Prix. And it's lights out, and away we go.
Cursed island. Cursed island. Wet. There's a little intermediate period here, and then just full wet the whole race. P4 and P2, let's see where we cycle out. P3 and P4, not ideal there for Carlos Sainz, but even still, long way to go. The troubles continue there for Yuki, but as you can see, it's fully intermediate right now. It's going to get wet again, make no mistake about that, but the AI have just destroyed their tires for seemingly no reason. Oof. One and only scheduled pit stop in this race underway for Carlos Sainz. The best, once again, the best pit stop of this career mode. I think we're in a really good spot here, so we're looking for Pierre Gasly. Magnussen did a great job of holding up the likes of Piastri and Verstappen. Will we come out ahead of Pierre? Oh my God, we are. Carlos Sainz reemerges in the race lead. However, George Russell has a full battery and a clean track to push into the pit lane with. This will be very close here between the two teammates at pit exit. So George Russell will make his way into the pit lane. Not as good of a pit stop, but still pretty good. He will cycle out in P3. Still perfect. Perfectly called. And we've got the best tires in the field.
And that's it, that's the spin. But really, it was always going to be a tough time out on the track in these...
Blah, 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 blah. Go away, Pierre. Well, at least in the way he spun, he blocked off all of the Red Bull, or both of the Red Bulls, and kind of stacked everybody back up. That pretty much just makes it now a one-horse race, or a two-horse race, rather, between Carlos Sainz and Pierre Gasly. Time 16 and hope is what we're banking on at the moment. Oh, Duan's gone. No, it's Ocon. Sauber, what are we doing?
Yellow flag now.
There's the first one, and I can't imagine Antonelli's too far behind. Imagine if I speed it up here, it'll go pop. Come on. Come on. Yep, and there it is.
There we go. It's a win for Sainz.
What an achievement. Sometimes you take the incredible skill of these drivers for granted, but not today.
Smooth operator. Smooth operator. Carlos Sainz, in the weirdest race in terms of weather that I've ever had on this game, wins a very soggy soggy British Grand Prix. George Russell comes home P4. Unfortunately, no British, no English, British, whatever you want to say. I'm really screwing this up. On the podium, but still P4. Not too bad, considering we had to manage that engine fault. Nice. Well, that's episode number 4 in the books. Hopefully, you guys on YouTube have enjoyed. Same with those on Twitch. I will be live on Thursday for more F1 Manager. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys then.
Now, wasn't that a seriously good drive from Carlos Sainz?
That was a really well-executed race, I thought. Major credit to the driver, the pit wall, and the whole team for that win.
A great display of team spirit there, as everyone finally gets the chance to share this moment. And with that, the Sainz name remains engraved in F1 history.
Win number 5 is in the bag. They pulled out all the stops, pushing hard to earn that victory.
Well, we might be in Britain, but our podium finishers won't be celebrating with a cup of tea tonight. They'll be staying true to Formula One tradition.